What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Keyshawn, hosted with my boy Nick,
Yo.
and we are going to talk about Bash in Berlin, which is going to be happening tomorrow. What time is it going to happen?
I think it's at 1 our time.
Yeah,
So,
time, right?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait for that. Yeah, it's gonna be a great show. Only, I think on the card was it 5 matches?
That's a hot button issue right now.
Yeah, they should at least have two more. But I think
Yeah.
probably gonna add, some stuff to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, some post match, pre match stuff.
Yeah, this person's gonna challenge for the belt next or something. Who knows what's gonna happen as of right now.
Yeah, who knows? Like WWE's been kind of cooking right now. Who knows what's gonna happen with these certain events? But did you by any chance check the kickoff show?
I saw clips. I didn't check the whole show because it was a little early. I was busy doing something. It wasn't early, but I was.
Yeah. I only
checked the
seen a
highlights.
little bit of it too. The crowd was going. They were kind of they were popping for Gunther.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
He's from. I think he's. What is he from Austria or
From Austria?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes.
Yeah, and the crowd was booing Liv and Dom. And Liv jumped on Dom.
Oh god.
Yeah, she's playing that role perfectly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good way to get heat.
Who else did I see? Oh, CM Punk was out there, definitely.
Yeah,
and Drew.
Punk, Drew. Who else? Randy was there.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's start off with what match do you think we see first?
So I would almost put Cody and KO to start the show, honestly.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because I feel like gets the crowd hyped up. Good opening match. See, I just don't think any other match on the card, like with the placement of only 5 matches, it's kind of like none of them really to me like scream, oh, this should open the show. Like Punk and Drew shouldn't open the show.
Yeah.
The tag championship match shouldn't open the show, and the Terror Twins shouldn't open the show. I think Cody and KO is the perfect opener because everybody's invested with those two, as the guys. So I think that's the perfect opener.
And something's most likely going to happen afterwards in that match too.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to set the tone of the whole pay-per-view. I agree with you. I was thinking either that match or the Terror Twins.
I think it's between those two. I think I think that's the perfect placement. I think Punk and Drew is third, and then Randy and Gunther's obviously last. Because that's the big one.
And then the tag title match will be in between those.
Yeah, that'll be either the fourth or that'll either be the fourth match or the second match. One of those two. I think the spots with Liv and Dom can switch out. So I don't think either one is necessarily in the worst spot.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So overall, who do you think I mean, we both know who's gonna win it, but how do you see it ending up happening with Cody?
I think Cody squeaks by, like he has to do something dirty to beat him, and then he's like disgusted with himself after, and then KO turns on him like after that.
Oh, you think KO's gonna turn?
I don't really want him to because SmackDown. I feel like at present right now, SmackDown is really lacking in quality heels. So I think turning KO wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it's like he's he's gotten this connection with the crowd now, so it's like it's turning him heel now. What's best for business, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know because I know I think they're gearing up towards Randy Orton turning heel. Like, so I don't know if they turn him and KO heel.
It's
I don't know about that.
I don't think Randy turns here. I think
No,
he turns.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he turns somewhere down the road, like at some point. But I don't know. I feel like that's the problem now that Roman's a babyface. It's like, oh, like who's there? It's really just the bloodline and like a couple of
Yeah.
other people. There's nobody really there, like top heels wise, for Cody to work. So maybe I don't see. Well, after Cody's done with the bloodline, I hope he gets back to more important stuff. But right now, the KO thing is just to get him away from it for right now. So I think maybe I don't know if this leads to the next pay-per-view, Bad Blood, but it could.
Good.
But I think there's a bunch of other matches that they have prepped for that one. So I don't know if KO turns tomorrow, then I can see it like it being for Bad Blood, but I don't know. I think they might want to do like a slow burn type of thing for that one.
Yeah, I think that too. But how far is Bad Blood's in October, right?
Yeah, so you need a month of what can get people to watch SmackDown. I mean, you could have Roman show up, and it pops a number. But I think because they're moving SmackDown to USA in a couple of weeks, they should book Cody Solo on that episode. Roman comes back, and then that sets up Roman and Solo at Bad Blood. So I think that's what they should do, but I don't know because Solo already said, "Oh, I have next," which was kind of ridiculous because I don't really.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I think
No,
get in the way of that.
No, exactly. I think the main match they want to get to is Cody Roman, so they can, but that probably is Royal Rumble if I had to put a guess on it.
Yeah. Ultimately Royal Rumble. So yeah, I think obviously Cody's gonna win.
I think Cody's gonna do some sketchy stuff though to win, and then it leads to KO turning into a heel.
Oh, you think like a backslide and then like I don't know,
something sketchy, like he fakes something or something like that, and then he just rolls him up, and then that's it. But I don't know. It's gonna be a great match. Those two are the best on SmackDown. So that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm intrigued. KO turn. I don't know. Yeah, the crowd's really behind him. I don't know if
that's the thing. Like, if it was any other guy, I mean, like, oh yeah, great. Like he gets to, he's.
Yeah.
But
KO can ramble for like a whole
exactly.
segment.
It's just the problem is like he like the whole. It's still like again, he's still working the crowd great. It's just I don't know. It's just a lack of main event guys on SmackDown currently.
Yeah.
Like who can believably beat Cody? Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true. There's no real heels on there besides the bloodline.
Yeah, it's really just that's just it's
really
Logan
just Paul, but LA Knight
already saw that match, so that's done. So I guess, or unless they do with the Ultimate Swerve and they turn Cody heel, but I can't see them doing that. No, I don't think they're gonna do that at any point in time. He's too over right now.
There's Mello. There's.
I mean, you can build up Mello. You can build up Mello to have him wrestle Cody at a B pay-per-view. That works. But I don't know.
Andrade's on SmackDown, or am I tripping?
No, he's on. He's on SmackDown. But
I mean, they're building something with him. They're slow.
Yeah, no, Andrade and Mello are still in their rivalry. So yeah, there's really nobody right now on SmackDown for Cody to feud with until Roman's back. But even then, they probably want to do him versus Jacob and him versus Solo and do that kind of stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah. So ultimately, for that match, we both got Cody for the win.
Yep. Cody Rhodes.
What's the next match would be? The next match, we're going to go with the Terra Twins, Rhea and Damian Priest. They're gonna take on Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan.
Yes.
Like this
Yeah.
one is gonna be. This one's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
I hope Rhea puts hands on Dom. Like,
I think she will. It's been an intriguing storyline so far. Like I like the direction they're going with it, but it's also just like Finn was the guy. Like I don't like how Finn is the one who turned on Priest, and they're not. His significance hasn't really been that hasn't really played into it. So I think Finn is gonna I think Finn's gonna get involved at some point in the match, but I think, and then that leads into that sets something up because I don't know, it's obviously like setting up Priest and Rhea for their next feuds, and then you got to see what goes on after that. But should be a good match. I mean, crowd will be into it.
Crowd's definitely gonna be into it. They was booing Dom at the kickoff show. Like Dom's gonna get booed out the arena.
Best heat magnet in wrestling.
Yeah, him and Liv, A1. Rhea, I think Rhea and Priest are gonna whoop their ass the whole time. But
sounds about right.
I see Dom and Liv winning the match. Ultimately, there's some sneaky shenanigans, tactics. Finn.
I think so.
Finn's gonna help him. And yeah, it's gonna set up a Priest, and I think Finn at Bad Blood. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe Rhea and Liv there too. I don't know, but they might drag that one out too.
That's the problem with the 5 matches per pay-per-view. You can't put all these feuds on the same card because then it kind of gets, it
doesn't get the attention.
It doesn't. That's the problem. But I think the best storylines are what gets pushed. Like that, it's not going to be like, oh, the TV feuds are going to be on a pay-per-view. No, these are the ones you want to pay and go see.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something to go see. Yeah, so that one we have. Would you pick
Liv and
Dom?
Yeah? Liv and Dom by shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans gonna get them the win. Ultimately,
mm-hmm.
And then, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in a strap match. This one's gonna be good. It's gonna be physical.
It should be good. It should be very good. But I just hate how it's a 4-corner strap match, not a legit strap match.
But isn't the 4 corners when it's legit? That's like the.
I think the strap. I remember watching Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan have a strap match at Royal Rumble like a couple years ago, and there weren't 4 corners. It was just a straight up strap match. They were just connected to each other and beating each other with it. So.
Yeah, but I think the original way is when you touch the 4 corners.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's the original way.
So maybe.
Yeah, I'm almost certain. It's gonna be good. Punk's good. They're gonna whip the shit out of each other.
I think it's gonna be great. I mean, this is probably outside of the Bloodline story. This is probably the best story going around in WWE. I hate when people say, I'm like, oh, it's about a bracelet. It's like, no, it's about like the significance of the bracelet. Like, I know it's stupid, but it's
worth more than some titles elsewhere,
Yes, exactly. So I think Drew beat him at SummerSlam, so I think Punk wins here, and then it goes into the next pay-per-view, and then it sets up the rubber match, and then you get Punk.
Oh, you think Drew beats him?
I think no. Punk beats him here,
okay.
and I think Punk ultimately wins the feud because a Bad Blood more than likely is going to be Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Punk wins this because they can save Drew getting pinned by him until Hell in a Cell.
Bro,
because this one you could just get by because tap the corner, we're all set.
Yeah, but he has to drag Drew's carcass around the 4 corners. Drew's a big boy. Pause. So it's gonna be difficult. Drew's not just gonna let him
No,
just
of course not.
drag him around the ring like that. You feel me? He's gonna have to leave this dude unconscious.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be a great match.
Oh yeah,
And looks like Bad Blood is gonna be setting up some really good feuds.
I
Like
think. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can see the Finn and Priest feud there, Punk and Drew.
Hmm.
Um, Cody's gonna have something with somebody. Like it's
Yeah,
bound
it's
to happen.
just a question of if it's going to be solo or not, because I don't know.
I don't.
It's either going to be
I
solo or
like your
KO.
idea better that it's a Roman
It's
and Solo.
yeah, and then you get Cody his away from that story, and then he can go back to it at some point. You know what I mean? Because the bloodline, un for better or for worse, the bloodline is going to dominate television for the next 3 months while they wrap this up until they build to Cody Rock, and then we'll see what happens with Roman at WrestleMania. Because apparently it's they want Cody and Rock at WrestleMania, and then Rock Roman at the next year's WrestleMania, which I don't know what's going on there. But I think Cody's better off getting away from that because then you get sucked into the story and then it's like, okay, now it's just holding up the belt. Like we need him to do other stories, like not like, have him
Yeah,
stuck in one singular thing.
yeah. So after this with KO, I think this is when it's gonna start up him and Randy. Like I believe after Randy loses, he's probably gonna go up to Cody and be like, let me get a title shot. Like you gave KO a title shot, let me get one.
Yeah, I've been helping you too.
And
Yeah.
then Cody's probably
Mhm.
gonna be like, nah, you just had a title shot. So then,
Yeah.
Randy's gonna be like, what?
Yeah, that could be an interesting storyline.
And then just, you know, like, come on, like I birthed you, like I brought you up in
Yeah,
legacy. You
exactly.
can't give me a fucking title
I
shot.
I still think it's best saved for a WrestleMania, but I feel like
That's true.
if he's gonna work Rock, then you have to kind of get him to. You gotta have to do it You gotta have to do it when the iron's hot. You can't just we got to wait.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that feud could go at least to like Rumble or
Yeah.
something like that, and then the Rock stuff could come in. That's if the
Mhm.
Rock's, gonna be at Mania.
Which I think he will, but I don't know. It's still really up in the air.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Hmm.
So we both got CM Punk for the strap
Yes,
match. Yeah.
indeed.
But what if they do this with Drew? What if it's like, oh, Drew wins, and then Drew's really bragging, like, oh yeah, I beat Punk twice. I can do it anytime I want, and I
Then
can
that
do it
sets up Hell.
anytime,
Yeah.
anywhere.
Then it
And
sets up Hell in a Cell.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I could see them do something like
Yeah.
that
No, I
too.
can. Yeah. No, that can work.
But I mean, either way. Next match. Next match, we got the women's tag team titles match with
Hmm.
Isla Dawn and Alba Fire against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Hmm.
This obviously Jade and Bianca has to win, but is it gonna be like a squash? Like, are they just gonna wipe the floor with them?
No, I think they'll have a competitive match because it's important to give Jade exposure like that, like in a competitive match, because we've only really seen her in squashes right now. But I am torn on this match because it's like if you have them, what was it? If you have them lose this, do you tease the breakup and then it leads into all the way to WrestleMania? Or is it just like they just win the belts and again to call it a day and then just keep defending the belts? Because I mean, having them in the tag team division helps the tag team because there are the most over two in the women's tag scene, so it does help them in that regard. But I don't know. I'm not sure what direction they should go with this. But I think Jade and Bianca more than likely win this.
Yeah, I also have Jade and Bianca winning.
Mm-hmm.
As far as what they do after, um, possibly could set up a feud between them two, or
Hmm. I don't.
maybe one of them wins the Rumble. I could see that, but probably Jade will win the Rumble.
You still have to give Jade more matches though, because I mean, I get it. She's an athletic freak, but you have to have her be in competitive matches so that the audience can buy in. Like, oh yeah, like she can win, but
Yeah.
not just a hot tag and then she's suddenly like just beating everybody up. No, she has to be able to wrestle like a 20-minute match at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll probably do like qualifying matches for the Rumble.
Yeah, exactly, something like that.
Where she'll show herself, But Triple H will probably do like triple threat matches.
Yeah, probably. Like he's doing right now with the tournament.
Yeah, he's always doing that shit. But yeah, so what do you see happening with the women's tag division though? It'll be Jade and Bianca on top, and like, what about everyone else?
I mean, they can. Well, it's split. If correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's between both brands, right? It's between Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could lead into a program with Asuka, not Asuka. Sorry, that she's still out.
With the Pure Fusion Collective,
Io and Kairi Sane. Oh god, Pure Fusion Collective. I mean, it's just for them to do and to not get them featured on TV. So I'm not going to knock them for that. But it's a way to get people on the show. That's what they're doing.
I like Sonya on the mic.
Sonya's fine as on the mic. It's just when the mic skills are fine. Wrestling isn't that great, but it is what it is. But it's also a way to get people, like Shayna Baszler and Io Sky and Kairi Sane on TV, so people can be like, "Oh, great! Like we see a great match." So no harm, no foul on that one. But I don't know. The women's crazy. I don't know who. It's like they put it in the random name generator or something, and they just hit the button. And they're like, "Okay, yeah, this works."
Yeah, my reaction when I first heard that shit was like,
"Hey, yo, what the fuck?"
No, exactly. It's just like it just doesn't. It's one of those names that you're just like, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't get the name. Hopefully, it works out in the long run for them. I hope it does. But wow, that name is something else.
Pure Fusion. That shit is crazy. So yeah, we both got Jade and Bianca on this. Women's tag team division, they just have to, I guess. I mean, they have like side feuds with the, that Damage Control and Pure Fusion thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're trying to do stuff with them.
No, they are, and that's to be,
But they need actual like threats for Bianca and.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can always just do a screwy finish too. It's like, okay, yeah, these people can just beat them on a roll up or something like that, and put somebody over.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not. I mean, I feel bad because the women's tag division is kind of just like there right now. I mean, it's just a tool to get Jade over with the crowd right now. And it sucks because there are good women's wrestlers there, but it's just hard to get them all on TV.
But I could see their next feud probably being either maybe Nia and Tiffany, or like who's the other Chelsea Green and Piper.
No, I can Chelsea Green and Piper Niven isn't a bad duo. Like that can be used. I don't think Nia, no, that actually isn't a bad idea. Nia and Tiffany winning the belts, and then when they lose the belts, Nia gets mad and she hits her with the briefcase and wins. Okay, that actually isn't terrible.
I mean, it's possible.
No, it is.
Yeah, definitely. So what's next? The main event: Randy Orton versus Gunther, and he's in his pretty much his home,
home
country. So it's gonna be a big match. Everyone's
Oh
gonna.
yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be one of those like when the bell rings, you just feel the energy in the crowd and everything. It's gonna be sick.
Everyone's gonna be singing Orton's music and stuff like that.
Crazy to say, but this might be one of Randy's best matches, like with somebody, because it's just
Gunther brings out the best in
oh god, yeah, he's
he does the bare minimum. That's what people like. I don't get today. Like everyone's doing the flips and all this shit, but like Gunther's amazing. He does the bare minimum.
He has 3 finishers: chop, power bomb, and the splash from the top rope. He can beat you in 3 different ways.
Yeah.
So I have Gunther winning because you can't have him lose the championship this early because he just won it. So I feel like it's going to be a great match, but I'm curious to see how this plays into like Randy's long-term storyline with some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how they like kind of tie it into everything.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, but ultimately, I have Gunther winning it too. Orton's, he's gonna have an RKO or 2, but Gunther's just gonna wear him out.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it's just gonna be bad for him. His chest is gonna be
just
red as shit.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not not gonna be a fun time for Randy.
Yeah, who's gonna be more red? Freaking CM Punk and Drew or Randy?
Randy for sure. Like it's crazy, like just the sound Gunther's chops make. Like when he shot, it literally just sounds like a gunshot, and it's just like, God, like that, and that must suck. like just hearing that sound, I'm like, oh God, like Jesus.
It's different. So we both have Gunther winning the match. Do you see like any surprise matches in the show, or like something that's gonna prolong the show?
Yeah, I mean, I could see a couple of surprise returns, maybe like Cena. Maybe who knows? Cena shows up or somebody or something like that, or it's just, or you debut. I mean, there's not really any like people to debut right now because they're still waiting on a couple of guys to come in, like the Lucha Brothers, Ricky Starks apparently is going there.
Yeah, and Cena could definitely be Gunther's next opponent or something.
I see this online and I agree with it. I think Cena at WrestleMania should challenge Gunther for the belt, or on a pay-per-view, not at WrestleMania specifically, but if you don't have anybody who can realistically beat Gunther, that's a good feather in the cap to have for Gunther to say, I beat the best guy, one of the GOATs, and I beat him at WrestleMania. So that's a good feather in the cap, and it plays into a good story. But I don't know. It's Gunther's tricky because he's been booked so well, like as this unstoppable monster. He's only lost clean once since he got to the main roster, which is nuts. I think Cody too. Cody's only lost twice. So I think you have, if you're gonna have somebody beat Cody and beat Gunther, they're gonna have to be up and coming guys. Although I think Roman beats Cody at some point in the rematch, just, at some point. I don't know when that's going to happen. But I think Dragunov or Braun Breaker could beat Gunther. Those would be, like, because everybody wants to see Gunther and Dragunov because they had a crazy match in NXT a few years back.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I was just thinking, like, I could see Brock and Gunther at Mania. But I think Gunther will beat Brock ultimately.
Yeah, it's just like Brock's situation is up in the air right now. No one knows what's going on with him. But I think if you're gonna bring Brock back and have this be his retirement match, I just don't know. I feel like having him come back and lose is kind of a disservice. But I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it, but
Yeah, great send off matches would go.
oh yeah, that would be a great send off match.
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a very
There's
good show.
definitely gonna be like some surprises that's gonna happen. We're gonna see probably the Bloodline come out.
Yeah,
And
Bloodline's probably gonna come out and tease something with Cody.
yeah, that match could also be a no contest too. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna see with that one.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're pretty much done with this. So this is the WWE Bash in Berlin predictions video. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good noise. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace.
Have a good one.